All right, hello everybody. My name is Shay Lohman. I'm the chair of CTA Service Center 1, here to talk to you a little bit about phone banking. It is election season, and as we all know, phone banking is definitely a part of that process. And what makes CTA so powerful is our organizing base, the people we have to draw from that can show up and make phone calls and reach out to voters. So we really need to definitely take phone banking seriously. This year, it's a little bit of a shift. It's actually a big shift. We're moving from a traditional phone banking format to a digital phone banking format. The old way, we would have sheets and we'd have cell phones, and we would simply look at the numbers on the sheet. We'd call the numbers, and then we'd record right on the sheet whatever happened. So it was all very paper intensive, and it took a long time to get feedback. What we have now is an app that is loaded on an iPhone called the Organizer app. It has the phone numbers and the scripts, and it collects data right in the app. So it's going to be as paperless as possible in this process. So the goal today is to kind of walk you through some basic tips on setting up a phone banking session. Hopefully you can use this video if you're out there doing phone banking and you want some instructions for people. Hopefully this will come in handy. So the first step is knowing that you have to have your phone bank scheduled, okay? We have been used to kind of these impromptu phone banks because we can just do it whenever we have the time to do it. You need to now use your primary contact staff to make sure your phone banks are scheduled. If there are adjustments that need to be made, they need to be made well in advance, at least a couple days in advance, and they need to be communicated to your primary contact staff so that they can make the needed adjustments. So that's the first step, is make sure you have a scheduled phone banking session or your phones won't work. Okay. It needs the program needs to be loaded in on a daily basis. Okay, so then once you have the phones, your phone should have the Organizer app loaded on it. If you don't have the Organizer app loaded on it, you can't phone bank. So you need to talk with your primary contact staff and get that loaded. By this point, all the phones should have the Organizer app loaded on it. So how do you get started? So you show up to phone banking, you distribute phones, and you go from there. Okay. So the first step is unlocking your phone. So to unlock the phone, what you're going to want to do is just like an iPhone or any other phones you use, it'll come up on the screen. You have to unlock the phone. So we use 258369. The middle three and then the right three numbers will get you unlocked and get you into the phone. Then you go to the Organizer app. Okay, you click on the Organizer app. Once you click on that Organizer app, what's going to ask you to do is log in. So what you need is first the campaign ID, and then each specific phone has a unique username or user ID. Your primary contact staff person has those codes. So I can't give those over the phone, but you need both over the video, but you need both the campaign ID number and you need user IDs for each phone at the site. If you don't have those, you can't phone bank. So you need to get that from your primary contact staff. So you use that information, you log into the Organizer app. Once you're logged in, what you're going to see is Connect to Call Center. You click that Connect to Call Center button, it'll go like you're making a regular phone call out to a phone number. Once that call connects, it's like a voicemail system, and it'll tell you, thank you for calling the Organizer app. Please return back to the app. So you kind of exit out of the telephone call while keeping the call going, return to the Organizer app, and then from the Organizer app, now you have the phone working in the background, and then the app will now operate using that. So once you're back into the Organizer app, you'll see a green button at the bottom with a name and a partial phone number at the top. You simply start hitting the green button. You put your earphones in and you start calling. So you hit the green button, it'll ring out. There will be a script that will come right on the phone. You simply follow that script. If somebody answers, it gives you a prompt to ask them. It has questions to ask. I'm sure it'll be a little awkward at first as you're getting to use it, but you just follow right what's on the face of the phone. You ask questions and answer those questions, and it'll take you to the next appropriate question. Now, as we all know, most of us are going to reach voicemails. So when you do get an answering machine, you need to have a hard copy, a paper copy of a phone bank script. So you should have that at the phone bank sites. You use that script in order to leave a voicemail message. Now, at the end of that message, you're going to look at your phone screen. There's code at the top that says dispositions. You click on that, and it'll say not home, wrong number, left a message. So what you're going to want to do is probably in this case, click the left a message button, and then submit and slide out of that call, and then it'll set you up, have another green button, click green again, you make the next call. You don't need to actually write anything down. It will all collect automatically in the phone system. So you just keep working that. If the person answers, you follow the script on the phone. If they don't, you leave a voicemail message, and then you're using that disposition button at the top to record what you did if the person wasn't home or you left a message, etc. The key is once you're done, make sure we all log out of the phones. We do get charged as the phones are in use. So if you open a phone and then just let it sit from 9 in the morning to 5 at night, we're going to get charged that whole time. So try to log in when you're about to use the phones and then log out at the end of the day. Phone banking is a huge part of this battle, and it's how we connect to voters. Right now, we're connecting to our members directly, but eventually we'll be connecting out to the public. But we need to make those phone calls. So if you're having trouble, please reach out to your primary contact staff person. They'll be able to get you help and help these things work. But hopefully this little video gave some instructions. I know it's a little awkward at first, but I think once you get using this, we'll in time learn that this is going to be a very beneficial system for us. So again, thank you for taking the time. I wish everybody the best and happy phone banking.